and welcome to episode 2 of the WPD Podcast. Today we are going to talk about us again and where we're at with our current sort of phase of training and competing, etc. Because, we're all in slightly different places, so we thought we would share that with you. And now we've also figured out how to share our Instagrams as well, which is a bonus. So, Debs, do you want to crack on with where you're at with what's going on with you?
Probably the most exciting out of the two of us.
Yeah.
Not that exciting. No. I don't know what even happened to my speech then. It's went
Blah, blah, blah.
that's part of prep.
This whole podcast is just like
It's just
Join us for making bizarre noises.
Who can do the best turkey gobble?
Not me. I could do a ruby snort.
Before it goes, what was that?
That was a ruby snort.
I thought that was you.
It was me.
Oh,
It was me
it was that good.
doing a ruby snort. I mean, she is
Oh, hey, Ruby.
Ruby baby.
Ruby booby. Right, so so where am I? I am 8.5 weeks out now from the first show of the season for me. So that's the 2nd of July. I think it's Complete Strength or something like that, isn't it? There's so many names for them now. I think it's Complete Strength.
It must be, yeah. So there's just, I don't know whether you're coming or going with these shows because they're all the same and then they have different names. And
that's it. And all I know is it's 2nd of July, 2 bros, obviously IFBB, and I'm going obviously for women's physique.
Gosh.
And I checked in with Tom today, so I check in twice a week with Tom now. So Sunday's like your main check-in, and Wednesday's like just a bit of a catch-up after you've made those amendments. So checked in with Tom today. Weight has not moved, and I'm getting really annoyed because we did make amendments on Sunday, but like I was saying to Sarah a minute ago before this started, he's changed my rest day food, and I've been eating training day food for the past 3 days.
Complete Strength Championship.
That's the one. That's it. I thought it was Complete Strength something, but yeah, weight's not dropped. But I mean, I said to Tom, I was like, look, can I do something? Let me chuck the vest on? Because I'm like, it's really strange. I'm just so geared up this time. I'm like, right, let me chuck the vest on. I'll go out and do that. And he's like, yeah, cool, chuck that on. We've made some other amendments with some bits. And we're going to obviously push forward. I'm checking in with him in person tomorrow. So I'm driving up to Worcester and then going from, what do you call it?
Worcestershire.
Shire of Worcester.
Do you want to hear something really funny just quickly off that? I've never been there before and I've never pronounced it. So this is what I was saying to you the other day, Romana.
Debs, we went there in February together.
I know.
That just shows how much that journey meant to her, Romana.
But before before I went with you, because I'd never been there before I went with you, I was like, Mum, I've got to go up to Worcester. She's like, where? I was like, Worcester. She goes, what? She goes, do you mean Worcester? I was like, well, this place. She goes, yeah, Deb, that's Worcester. I was like, I never pronounced it. But that's what I was saying to you the other day. I've mispronounced stuff right up until I'm 28. So, but yeah, I'm going to see him tomorrow. Hopefully I think I look better in person. I don't know if you guys have that in check-ins where the photos, like for some reason, when I send them to Tom as well, they like smooth over.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just like pictures just don't do a lot of people justice at all. That's what I found as well. Like, huh?
Yeah.
It's because she's Casper.
Yeah, you just look like a ghost in your check-ins.
It's like
you can see everything that's behind you through you.
Oh, you're translucent.
One of those fish.
Yeah. You meeting him at Rebs?
What's that?
You meeting him at Rebs?
Where is it? Possibly. Hang on one sec. Let me see what he said. I think it's Revolution Fitness.
Yeah.
That's where we went before, Debs.
Is it?
Yeah.
I said to
You weren't even on prep then.
we were laughing, and I said to him, same place as before we met for last time, and he said, no, this place, and then sent me that.
Weird.
I don't know, but anyway, that's where I am. I'm actually not doing too bad, to be honest. I don't have any cravings. Doing pretty good, to be honest. I don't know where the energy's coming from, but
was going to say, which one did you like?
It's good. It's really good. I think I've obviously flagged more towards like the evenings, but it's fine. Like
we were talking about when we went and trained at Body World on Friday, and how you just went, and I think that was our fault, because it was like we ate our pre, and then drove for an hour, and then chatted bullshit waiting for Bob, and then trained. So it's probably near enough 2 hours between eating your pre and actually touching anything in the gym.
Well, I still did it.
Oh yeah, you still fucking smashed it.
But that was a bad hypo, wasn't it? I think you said, Deb, you're looking particularly pale now. And I was like,
a stack of like coats on the passenger seat.
Luckily, my car is also my cardrobe.
It is. Well, I was grateful for that. I was literally, when you almost that thing of when you get flu, like you start shaking, you feel really ill, don't you? And it
really made me miss it. That your bones are cold feeling.
Yeah.
Like, and it triggers my Raynaud's, so like my hands lose their colour, and I'm like,
get all that chicken claw going on.
The chicken claw. I work in a fridge, so like when I was like, must have been 2 weeks out, I was literally like in every bit of like as the clothing I could be, just like with a weighted vest, like just like. Oh.
I bet the weighted vest kept you warm though, didn't it?
Not really. It just shattered my bones.
I'm not looking forward to this weighted vest on prep. I think
it's a controversial one. Like, obviously, we discussed it with Will Dyson on the chat, but like, from what he's saying, obviously, doesn't really affect expenditure. But you could just do more without the weighted vest and be comfortable. But I think it made a difference just because I felt like I was doing more. So maybe it might even be a psychological feeling than actually a physical. But
I've worn them in anger with work, and like as in full ballistic vests for London Bridge, and then training exercises and stuff like that. So yeah, I wore it for 16 hours when London Bridge kicked off. And I woke up the next day and I literally felt like I've been hit by a bus, because ours have Kevlar plates in them as well. So it was like all those little intercostal muscles in between the ribs and everything, just from breathing.
Yeah.
Literally, it felt horrendous the next day.
Yeah, and I suppose you got wear your kit on top of that as well, didn't you?
Yeah. I think they were, I want to say they're like 25 kilograms ours, but I could be, no, that's too heavy. Sorry? No, I think it's about 9 kilograms actually. It was our Bergens that were about 25.
That is a lot.
Yeah, because I did a 24-hour workout in one once as well, back in the CrossFit day.
I don't know how you did CrossFit. Looking at it literally makes me feel sick. Like, do you not think that, Sara? Like, it just looks so. I'd rather do anything else but that. Like,
yeah.
I look at it now and I'm like, well, that would hurt, and I couldn't do that, and yeah, that would really hurt. Like trying to do a burpee at 81 kilograms.
I would just lie down and just stay there.
Yeah, just face plant.
So just part of the burpee. I just decided to stay here.
I love doing burpees, but I couldn't do it now. Could not. But the weighted vest today, I've just put it on today. And it's made a hell of a lot of difference, because obviously you're kind of trying to like not let the body adapt, aren't you, by putting the weight back on that you've kind of lost. Yeah. And it made a hell of a difference for me. Like, and if I think it's good as well, say you've got like time constraint and you don't have time to walk around all the time.
Yeah.
To chuck it on just to kind of like get the same sort of, I suppose even though Will said it's
what are your steps?
So my steps are 12,000.
Oh, that's not really that much in the grand scheme of things. And cardio, but then you've got cardio, aren't you?
45 minutes. But the only reason my steps are relatively low is because I suffer with plantar fasciitis. So I literally get to a point where I'll hit, I think I said to Tom, 15's my max. So I literally have to stop, and then I'm hobbling along, because it literally feels like someone's like slicing the bottom of my feet.
Oh, nice.
So I have to, I'd rather do more cardio. I've said that to him. If it comes to it, just give me more cardio.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh no, there we go. You froze for a moment.
Oh no.
It's all right. You're back. Internet in deepest, darkest Cornwall.
Deepest, darkest Cornwall.
I'm supposed to have the best internet down here, but obviously not. But yeah, that's kind of where I am. What's going on? What's going on
Just a
with
minute,
you
Dabs,
guys?
before we move on, how many calories are you on training day, rest day?
So training day, I'm on. I think it's like 2010. I know that's really specific. And then rest days, I think I've been bumped down to 1500. Hang on.
Cool, that is low, isn't it? I think that's very obvious, but
2,100 on training days, and I'm on 1,500 on non-training days. But honestly, I'm not. It's not touch it. Like I could have it. He could take more from me, and I honestly wouldn't care. I don't know what's going on.
You're listening, Tom?
I told him, I'm like, take it. I was like, I'll do more.
Thing is, like, you know exactly how far you're going to go, and like your head's in a good space. Physically, you're in a good space. You're prepared to do what it takes. So, fuck it. If he needs to take it lower, then take it lower. You know.
That's it. I mean, that's all part of it, isn't it? Like I had like my brother came over the other day, and I was weighing everything out, and he's like, "Do you need to do that like gram for gram?" I said, "Yeah, I do." I said, because if you think about it, if you go over by 1 gram, 2 grams, 3 grams, or under, as that accumulates throughout the week, you're either over or under quite a few hundred calories. I said, "Nuts." It makes all the difference, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like, "Oh, you're not going to be concerned when they take this meal away or that meal away." I'm like, "No, I'm not really going to be concerned when he does it, because it's all for a reason, you know. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't like have my food taken away."
Just shit and giggles.
Yeah.
That's it.
I used to find the first few days after a change in calories are the worst, and then you kind of accustomed to it.
Yeah.
Like off season, I'm like 40 grams, 43 to matter, but
yeah,
like, would be different, way different.
Yeah.
Everything by the gram.
It's like, oh dear, too much.
Whoopsie!
That chocolate just tripped and fell into my gob.
But it's even stuff like that. Like I've known people in prep and they'll still drink lattes and stuff, and I'm like, I'm on black coffee, just water, and they're like, "Oh, is it me?" I said, honestly, I said, you've got to be. I'm not leaving anything to chance. I'm like, I'm just doing exactly what I'm told, and I'm just doing stuff like that. I mean, would I rather have 5 lattes a week or get a pro card? I think I know what.
Lattes aren't even that good. Lattes overrated as fuck.
No. I don't even drink. I literally have a tiny bit of oat milk in off season in my coffee from time to time. And that's literally it.
I like it black.
Oh yeah.
Or a mocha.
I actually really like black coffee.
Huh?
It's nice.
I actually really like black coffee.
It's literally all I drink.
This is like.
I am not going to have a black coffee now because I need to go to bed after we finish doing this before going to work.
What time does shift start?
7 o'clock, 1900.
Nice. Finish? 7.
0700. 3 of them.
Nice. Excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
I am not excited. I am all of the unexcited.
Get on the hype train. Choo-choo!
I will be literally strapping coffee pods to each temple. Be like, oh.
You need like one of those hats that has like the beer cans.
Yes.
That would be so handy, wouldn't it? That would be super handy.
That would be good.
With either a monster in one side and a coffee in the other.
Oh, imagine. That would be sick.
You wouldn't want to mix the two.
That's our next merch drop. A WPD like coffee hat.
I would wear that.
I would.
I don't care anymore.
I don't know if I could wear it with my headset. I might have to wear my headset kind of under here.
Yeah.
You'll make it work.
Yeah. Figure something out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I never liked coffee before I did my last prep. Before that, I absolutely wouldn't go near it. Hated it. But like during prep, I just became obsessed. Like I didn't know what it was. I had that when I prepped first time round in 2018. I hated peanut butter, and then I was obsessed with it after. It was so strange, and it was the same with coffee. Like I
had that with coffee. Apart from my obsession came from just one day.
Nice.
Show day for Hungary. I was literally like, it was black coffee with every meal.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I don't really like drink it. All right, I will.
I look forward to having it kind of gets you through. For me, I'm like, I get all excited. I'm like, coffee. And like that fresh smell in the morning. I have like an espresso before I do my cardio just to wake me up a bit. and then I'll have like a normal black coffee. And I don't know, I get really excited. I'm like, yeah, black coffee. I'm like, yeah.
Do you have the capsules or the granules?
Capsules.
Fuck,
I
yeah.
don't. Instant coffee just does not exist in my house. I think
No.
it's
I
disgusting.
had to have some coffee flavoured mud on, when was it? Monday.
No.
Oh.
It is disgusting. Honestly, I've had someone offer it to me before, and I'm like, I don't want to seem like I'm being a bit of a snob with it, but I'm like, I'm not drinking that. It's literally like, it tastes like old biscuits. It's just, just disgusting.
My mum has those coffee bags.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're a bit similar as well, just not the
Tastes like
same.
old
Yes.
sock. Old
Speaking
sock
of old
coffee.
socks, Sarah, how's your off season going?
Speaking of old socks, these are not 70. Yeah, so it's going. It's steady. So after our last, stop giggling, you fart. So basically, I'll do a quick rundown of what my feedback was in my last show. So after obviously turning pro, my feedback was just to be bigger. So get bigger, but keep proportion symmetry the same. Because obviously my shape was quite pleasing to the judges. So they just said, look, you need to get bigger in order to be competitive.
Well, I'm fucked.
So it was basically just get bigger. So Tom and I still kind of want to bring my back up a little bit more, like still work a lot on posterior chain, so glutes, hamstring, calves, and then just back depth and thickness and width as well. So that was like the primary portion of the off season. We did like a super high frequency of back training with relatively low volume. So like we were training back 4 times a week. I'd never done it before. So, I've always kept a very similar split. So like after 2018, my split would just be like off the top of my head, because it just changes all the time. Like back and shoulders, some like either quads and calves or hamstring, glutes and calves, and then chest and then off. And then it'll be back and shoulders and then legs again and then off. But obviously when we did the higher frequency of back, it was like shoulders back, chest and back, off, whatever, as long as it was 4 times a week. But it was a bit weird because I've never done the frequency of a body part that high before. So it was interesting. It got like quite tough after a while, just purely because of recovery reasons. But we did it for must have been like 8 weeks, and I feel like I got something out of it. But I wouldn't go running back to it if it came up, But again, like bodybuilding is all trial and error, isn't it? Like,
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
I'm not doing my rounds. But yeah, like trial and error. If it worked, it worked. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I think you're probably all the same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the split works perfectly for me. So because it still keeps my back frequency relatively high, my shoulder frequency relatively high, and I'm hitting my legs twice a week. Whereas because my chest doesn't need to come up really anymore, because I've got quite a dominant chest from powerlifting. So if I can kind of work around the body parts that need more attention, then I can just flog off chest and hit it whenever, So
can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. It's working this time.
We didn't share yours.
Oh, we'll come back to me in a minute. That's not important. But we'll just share Sara. So that's from yesterday, isn't it? That one.
Yes.
Obviously, Romana's there, but you're both massive.
Woo! Yeah, so that was like the predominant part of the off season so far. Then we had a bit of a deload, and then we kind of just gone back into bringing up some bits and bobs. I think I need more legs personally. I'm quite flat there because obviously we've been doing a dieting and just popped into some Clen for like 40. I think it was like 40 mcgs of Clen for like 4 weeks.
I mean, that's insane. Like, I know the quality's not there, but your conditioning and stuff there was just absolutely insane, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely my favourite look, I think. But yeah, I just need more of everything, in my opinion. But yeah, so we did that phase, had a bit of a devolume week, and then we've just been doing a very similar split. But obviously recently, like, I've buggered my knee, so I've not been leg training, but it's just been another chance to focus on shoulders and back. So, but it's going well. Like food was quite high in a meal plan. I can't remember off the top of my head how high it got. But now we've just approached a macro based plan, which is like 200 protein. On training days, it's like 200 protein, 525 grams of carbs, and then 70 grams of fat. And then non-training is 200 grams of protein, 425 grams of carbs, and then 80 grams of fat. So not as high as I've previously gone, but it's like a nice, like I'm not
Still
getting
a lot
too
though, isn't it?
chubby. Yeah, like I think we got up to like almost 900 grams of carbs before, and I was just getting like way fat. So we were just, Tom was like, Sarah, you're fat now. Let's just step back a little bit. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's going well. I think I'm getting to that point now. So we've got like 4 weeks left of growing, really, and then we'll just do the maintenance until prep. But that's going to be like 2 months. Yeah. I'm kind of like, I just want to start prep now because I'm like ready to go. You know, you're like itching for it, and the maintenance part of it's like, you look flat, you look shit, and then
when is your prep starting? Do you know? Have you got a date?
So it'll be early August, because obviously the Legion's Sports Festival is October 9th. And then, because I haven't said about what shows I'm doing, but we'll do it on here because it's obviously our podcast and it's amazing. So yeah, Sports Legion Festival in Nevada on October 9th. And then we've got 3 weeks off. And then we'll do the Romania Muscle Fest show on November 9th, I think.
Can we pencil in a WPD on tour podcast? Yeah. I can't afford Nirvana, but I don't know about you, Debs. I can probably make the Romania.
I would love to go to that.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
I'm going to chase you around like a weirdo of a camera.
Hi. Just be like, hi, we're fat. We do look like her at some point, honest.
Yeah. So prep, we're going to do 12 weeks. To avoid, like, we're going to try and stay full as we can, because obviously I flattened off a lot for the British, and I lost quite a bit of muscle tissue just because we over dieted me slightly. So the plan is to stay super full, maybe not get as conditioned because they don't like that much condition in the States, I don't think. So they, instead of glutes being like proper cut in, they just want them boxed off. So yeah, stay full. Get obviously conditioned to a point where it's acceptable, not too over conditioned, and then just go from there. So, and we think 12 weeks would be a good amount of time because really, realistically, like I don't really need that much more time. And I think we were speaking about this yesterday, man, with the short preps. I just think they're way more
in and out,
better.
Take it all about.
Exactly, because you're in and out, done. And then it's not like I don't enjoy dieting. I just feel it's more efficient for me, not for everyone else, but I just get on better with shorter preps because it means I can zone in and I'm like, okay, 100% zoning in for the entire time without burning myself out.
Yeah. I mean everyone's different, aren't they? Like,
yeah, that's it. I mean,
you've worked with Tom, haven't you, for quite a while? So you guys know your body quite well to be able to make that decision.
Yeah, I mean, like, towards the end of last year's prep, I got like really badly in my head just purely because the pressure I put on myself. And it was the same with Tom. I think obviously he was on a previous podcast and said, look, that the pressure for him was quite a lot for that one as well. Yeah. But like, obviously at some points you do put pressure on yourself because that's just human nature, especially with the goals and aspirations we have as athletes, and especially in bodybuilding. I'm not saying like, you know, bodybuilding's special, but I feel that there are certain amounts of characteristics you need to be a good bodybuilder, and you have to be able to take yourself to those parts of your head. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you think about it, there aren't, and this is just quite a sweeping statement, there aren't many sports where you're having to function with dangerously low levels of body fat, and especially as females, how much that messes with the ability to function is ridiculous. Like, I think of the stuff I've done on prep brain special.
Yeah. So that kind of was a bit like, you know, I just put that pressure on myself. So, but I think if I'd gone much longer, I probably would have just lost the plot because I just put so much pressure on myself. But having Tom there, having people that supported me and surrounded me was like a lifesaver. So yeah, that's the importance of having people that support you and surround you all the time, surround you with good vibes, good mental places and stuff like that. So yeah, so I think the 12-weeker for Nevada, and then obviously it's going to be 4 weeks, so it'd be 16 weeks really in total. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I don't know how I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to place, but you know, the whole idea of this first year, you probably had it when you made your pro debut, Romana, is just, you know, see how you stack up with girls. If you stack up well, okay, great. If not, feedback and go back to the drawing board. Like, that's all it's going to be. Like, obviously we would like to qualify for the Olympia, but like, I'm not going to be absolutely distraught. Oh, I'm gonna, fuck off this bikini. Don't matter anymore. Like, it's my first year of being a pro. You know.
You just say fuck off. I'm going to do bikini.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I said fuck off this bikini.
I interpreted it as I'm quitting bodybuilding because I didn't qualify for the O in my first year.
yeah. I'm just gonna take part in tiddlywinks or something, like use my thumbs. But yeah,
Pogs. You're probably
Or
too
chess.
young.
Huh?
You're probably too young to remember Pogs.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
I
meant
know
pogs. Pogs.
Sorry?
Did you say pogs?
Yeah.
As in the pogs, you used to play with pogs?
Yeah, the discs.
I
Yeah.
used to play with. Did you not, Sarah?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah,
Well, only cool
Google
people.
Pogs after this. Bet Bob would know about Pogs as well.
Everybody knows about pogs
Just not Zara.
and boneheads and stuff like that. I used to play with all that kind of stuff.
Is it like POGS? Pogs?
Yes.
Oh.
You're only 3 years younger than me. How do you not know who they are?
No.
God
Maybe
damn.
Homework for you after the episode.
Pogs. Interesting. But yeah, so that's basically the run up. Hoping for the O qualification. If not, then it'll be okay. It's all right. We'll just go back to the drawing board and start again and go for it next year. You know.
I think you've got you have that with women's physique. Like, it's all well and good. I think so, coming in with like the size everywhere and stuff like that. But you've got that nice flow to your physique. Like, you've got that like the wide shoulders, back, tiny waist, and everything comes out. I mean, I remember seeing you because we weren't speaking at that point, were we? When you got your card.
No.
But I remember watching you. I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "That's what I want to look like." I was like, right. And then Tom did message me, and he's like, "Oh, you should you be a pro at something, like you're there." And I was like, "Tell you what," I was like, "Get me on the team." I said, "I want to look like that." And
yeah. Oh, thanks.
That's all right, mate. That's all right.
It's all right, man. Plus, as well, I think women's physique is obviously I'm only 25, so I've got like 10 years plus. Obviously, Deb's is very young, so and Romana's very young, almost 50.
Couple of years off.
Half a century old.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm in my prime, goddammit.
So then we've got Romana.
Yeah, muscle maturity over here, fuckers.
I'm old.
Yeah, me. I am balls deep in off season with actually no, I'm only 6 months into an off season with Tom. This will be my longest off. Sorry?
Feels like it's been forever, doesn't it?
I know.
6 months.
I know, but it's probably I think it's just over 6 months now. But yeah, and working towards my women's physique pro debut, which I'm just greedy. I get to do two pro debuts. Yeah, it was kind of because obviously I turned pro in figure and I've done 2 figure shows, and naively I didn't get any feedback because I didn't realise you had to ask the judges at the time to get feedback. Oh, here we go. Here's me. There's me. Oh dear.
Big Romana.
My phone just died.
You turned pro.
When I turned pro, you're gonna have to go way back.
I'm Scotty, so you can carry on talking, and then
yeah, this is just highlighting how much shit I post on my grid. That was Hungary, yeah. So yeah, started working with Tom after the Hungary show, and it was just the first consultation call I had with him. He was like, "So your figure, yeah. Have you ever thought about women's physique?" And like I said on the other podcast, it was in here. So yeah, it was just a case of let's do this shit. Let's grow.
Is this where
sorry?
you turn pro? Is this where you turn pro?
No.
No. God,
oh yeah. Of course, yeah, it is. It took ages to come up.
Cool. So that's when you turned pro in figure, right?
Yes, in 2020.
2020.
That's a really nice bikini.
It is.
Miss Bikini Fitness.
Woo!
Shout out to my sponsor. Yeah, she's epic. Like I said in the previous podcast, she's epic. All my I think there's 2 shows that I wasn't with her for: PCA 2018 and Amateur Olympia 2019, and then she literally that was my pro debut.
To be fair, that you look awesome there.
Yeah, I think when I
eating yourself now.
Yeah.
You're massive now, aren't you? I mean,
I'm over 20 kilograms up from that.
See, that's a cool comparison.
Yeah. It's it's weird because it's like I've still got ab veins and veins in my arms and stuff like that. So quite so heavy.
I mean, you're and you look big. Thing is, I think you both look way bigger in person as well. I don't think your photos do you justice at all.
That's it. Doesn't photos are just, you can take as many photos as you want, and obviously there's a big thing when people Photoshop in their photos, which none of us do. But like, you know, photos just don't do people justice if you're honest with your photos. You know.
Yeah, not taking it from like special angles and like almost breaking your hip in half, trying to get that glute.
I can't even do that pose. Like, I think I'm broken as a female. Like,
which pose? You raise your leg up?
No, the one where, you know, you like pop your booty. I can't do it.
Oh,
no, I can't. These hips, they lie.
These hips, they lie.
What are you talking about? Where is it? Like the one I do, where I do a front double bicep slightly twisted?
No, it's like this one where they're like,
oh, go on. Yes.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. I can't do it.
Or they like pop their leg back. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I remember doing posing with Jen Bliss before, I think it was PCA and my first Tubre show. And like, it was her and Brittany, my coach at the time, shouting at me, pop your hips, pop your hips. I was like, I don't know how. It just it doesn't work.
And that was the day you knew you were women's physique.
Yeah, I think deep down I was still striving to bring the sass in my heels. Just, yeah.
I look like Bambi on ice on my heels.
Yeah, like, ooh.
It's so much more comfortable without heels, isn't it? Like, so
yeah.
much more comfortable.
Yeah, so
what were you saying, Romana? So where are you at the minute then?
So yeah, I've been with Tom 6 months. We've had, so basically my rebound off my last prep was horrendous. Thank you to Tom for at least waiting until I looked a little bit better before telling me I looked like a marshmallow. He was like, oh, you look a little bit less like a marshmallow this week. It's like, yes. So I had a lot of water. It was so painful. So just like all in my hands, in my arms, in my feet, just not fun. And my hormones tanked and disappeared off the face of the earth. So we did we came out of the prep and then we did it was only 4 weeks and I dropped 10 pounds. Did a mini cut for 4 weeks and then a deload. And now we're sort of pushing towards the 85 kg mark, but as a sort of lean 85 kg. And I'm desperately looking at...
Sorry? You'll ever be? Like in an off-season? Is that the heaviest you've been?
Yeah, currently right now. I think 78 was the heaviest I got up to last off-season. But there is a comparison on my Instagram and it's like the body composition is like night and day. Yeah. I'm on so much more clean food than I was before. It's all rice, potatoes, all that sort of.
It's funny, like since
that's the one. It's just there to the left of that.
This one.
So it's next to you doing the lat pull down, the reel.
That one.
No, I can't see the other. Is it a leopard print bikini on the? Yes, that one. Yeah. I couldn't see it on my screen.
That's right. Yeah.
So that was
that's crazy.
That was the end of my off season last year versus I think that was a few weeks ago now.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
Mate, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's just
funny how much difference it makes.
Just around my midsection, I feel so much better. Around my midsection, it's still so much tighter.
Yeah. See, it's weird. Like, I found the opposite. Like, since obviously doing a meal plan with Tom, which we did in my last push, obviously it was just a lot of rice, a lot of potatoes, a lot of that kind of thing. Since switching to macros, I still have rice, I still have potatoes, but I have things like a little bit more like bread, like post-workout, I have some sweets, like, and it's kept my midsection tighter. Like,
yeah, I suppose you're not pushing that volume, are you, of food?
Yeah, like digestion is just way better. Like, obviously, people who know me, like yourselves, and that I've had digestive problems for forever. Since I started prepping, like my stomach is just super sensitive to certain foods. Like, I can't eat a lot of red meat. I can't eat eggs really anymore. And yeah, like I found since being on macros, it's just been so much better. So much better.
I think we were talking food staying the same for this week from my check-in, and we're talking about boosting it up again next weekend. But I think I'm going to have to be like, can we just add in another cheat meal, because I don't know where I'm going to fit it in. That's the one good thing about nights. It's like, I mean, I'm going to go for a nap after we finish doing this, but I've got a whole extra out, like a whole 12 hours still, and I've had 3 meals already today, and then I'm going to be awake all night. So for me, that's like another opportunity to just eat more, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But then the flip is, when I come off nights, I'm awake for less, so I don't eat as much.
Yeah.
So there's just not the hours in the day.
Have to in off season, especially when you're getting like cleaner stuff it's the volume that people underestimate. If you skip out on a meal, even if you're like half an hour late, that just pushes everything closer together. And it's almost like loading onto another meal, and like we always feel full, but you've got to get it in. So being strategical and planning it out. Like you said, you set alarms, don't you? You've got your alarm.
Yeah, so I have a 1 a.m. alarm, and that it just seems to work so much better for me. I found my energy has been higher during the day because I'm then not literally resting and digesting for the rest of the time. So I don't know whether Tom would recommend it, but it's
clearly working for you though, isn't it? Because you go in and you're like, it's with the nights and stuff, you're doing the hours you do, you've got to kind of schedule it around what you're doing, haven't you? Like you can't, someone else will probably be like, oh, it's bad, but they're not doing the type of shift patterns you're doing, are they? So they don't
I will not. One thing I won't do is go to bed later for the sake of getting a meal in.
Yeah, sacrificing your rest is not.
So I just have to be so strict with my sleep. Like last night I went to the gym to chat to my mates because we'd already trained, and I was like, right, I've got to go. They're like, oh, stay for us to do the hack squat. I was like, nope, sorry, I need to be in bed by 9:30. That's my bedtime. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I had a whole 12 hours sleep last night.
Fuck yes. #recovery.
Yeah, I did wake up at 5:30, let Ruby out, eat a meal and go back to sleep.
Oh God, Reggie yesterday, Debs. Reggie is my trainer's dog, obviously you know Reggie. Reggie tried to mount Ruby yesterday and she went nuts and then like followed him out and she was like, oh
she
my
was
God,
like, I didn't mean it.
Mount me again, go on.
And she's like, not in here.
She's like, people are watching. I told Connor about it and he was like, please tell me you got it on video, and I didn't because I left my phone by the car.
It's always the way though, isn't it? Something funny happens or something like really sporadic and you're like, oh, where's my phone? And you don't get it.
Because there was a bit whilst you were doing a set, Sarah, and he's waddled up to me and he's got his paws on my shoulder, and I was really hoping Sarah was going to get a photo of it, but she was too busy taking photos of you. God damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, I've been so cute if you got some like the Frenchies sat there. And got a photo of them.
There is that next time.
There is one, I think, where you can just see the shadow of him in the background.
Oh. He is like a little brute, isn't he? He's just like, what?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Bob tends to put in all the videos, so hopefully he's in our video.
Yeah. Mental note, Bob, for next time.
Mental note, Bob. Yeah. Oh, well, that's, good that thing's going well and ticking across in your off-season, lovely.
Oh, yeah. Stopping talking about Frenchie, back to my off-season. So, yeah, I think I won't start a prep probably for over another year, I imagine.
Do you think?
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's Tom did say to me a little while ago, he was like, have a look at the dates. So I just need to have that conversation with him. Do we go for a couple of earlier shows and then kind of push out of that and then go, because we're all hoping that WPD is going to be at the Arnold's 2023.
Yeah.
So obviously that's where my heart would be. So, but then it's like, why? I think after this time off, I'm going to be raring to be. I just want to be on prep all year.
Yeah. I was going to say you probably want to just, if you're getting to that point in off season where you're like, I just want to kind of get into a prep now. Like, because even if you don't have a show at the end, sometimes it's nice to be like prep and then be like, okay, just like a reset, like a pretty a pretty aggressive diet. But then even then, you probably want to be like, I want to get on stage now. I'm a bit bored of off season, and just get on stage like middle of the year or something next year. But obviously Arnold's are later, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be September time, I imagine.
Yeah, October time. But I want us to all be in off season together at some point, because it's.
Yeah.
I think the way it's going to sit is like. I'm in prep now. You guys are in off season. Then you'll be in prep, Sarah. Then me and Romana will be in off season.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be in off season with me. And I think it will just keep going like that. Christmas.
Oh, we should have a WPD Christmas
We should.
podcast.
We can go to my mum's and she can cook us Christmas dinner. She's like a legendary cook. Like
we'll just host it there on the table. Have like the big turkey.
Yeah.
No. We have duck for Christmas. I mean, who likes turkey? We eat fucking chicken. We eat chicken all day, all year. Turkey's like a big, geared up chicken. Why do you want to eat the same thing on Christmas Day?
Tell you what, get some tren injected into that turkey.
Oh dear.
Trend up turkey.
Oh dear.
I think I am the weakest turkey impersonator of the group.
Yeah, I think people. I'm literally just making weird noises all the time. Like that video I sent you of me going to my dog. That is just like my whole day. If the neighbours are listening, they probably think that like there's something wrong with me for sure.
Oh. Everyone's probably like, wow, this is so professional, and we're just like
Reeves is like, stop disturbing me, woman. I'm busy napping.
So guys, as the pros here, are you allowed to have a bit of fun, you know? Are you allowed to have a bit of a sense of humour? You know?
No, I don't laugh, I don't smile, I only eat chicken and rice, and I sip on water all day.
Green tea.
Yeah,
Fun is banned.
No sweeteners. Huh?
Fun is banned.
Yeah, no fun. I read the Bible every evening too.
Obviously, I'm trying to become a pro, so I'm just trying to replicate the behaviours and you know, of two pros.
The thing is, like, when you like, so many people are like, yes, I must do this. I don't stray from the plan. Blah blah blah. I'm like, look, like we're human. Like, you could argue this whole balance argument, right? But at the end of the day, if I want to have something, if I want to go out, if I want to drink, I don't drink, but if I want to, I will. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to have some food, I'll have some food. If I'm like, you know, I'm not going to be like, no, I cannot stray from the plan. Like, yeah, admittedly, you need like 24/7, 365 days adherence, but 80%, 20% have some fun. Like, you know, too many people are like, no, always perfect, never an issue. Come on now.
I'm
like,
too full for fun.
Yeah, I just roll around.
Like a weeble warble. No, it was like we had a managers meeting the other week and they did a poll who wanted pizza for lunch. And I was like, I could eat that pizza, but I'm just too full to eat that pizza. I had a slice and then the cheese gurgles started to the point everyone in the meeting were just like, is that you?
No.
What are you talking about? I know for the first, because I've been competing longer, the first 3 years of my, I'll say, competing career, I was so strict in my off season. Like, I still wouldn't go and meet people. I would not do anything. Like, I literally went to the gym. I didn't stray off plan. I never had off plan meals or anything like that the first few years, ever. And obviously, as I've gone through it now, like, I'm older and wiser, know what I can and can't do. And, like, I'm in agreement. Like, if I want to go out for a meal, like we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? If it's something that's going to be like highly sort of calorific, you can work that in, can't you? Like we know how to do that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like prep's a different game. Prep's completely different. Like no strain from the plan or whatever, just follow it. But like off season, I think you need to have that time because you're the same. I'm like so focused in my prep. If I'm like that in my off season, I'm not going to have time to break like mentally to have time to chill. I will just burn myself out and I won't be ready,
I did the same, like, the first, my first 2 off seasons. Can you hear Ruby?
I'm trying not to laugh.
What, a Ruby? Wait, look, this is what I'm dealing with here.
Oh, she's so cute. Oh.
Hello. So don't disturb me.
Little
Sorry,
dickhead.
what were you saying?
Yeah, my first 2 off seasons, I just didn't want to gain the weight. And I kind of let go towards the end, that one that we did the comparison of last year's off season, because I've only been doing this 3 years effectively. This is only my 3rd off season, and like, why are you laughing?
I went, fuck you. I've only been doing this 3 years.
Nearly four. This is only my 3rd off season, but I kept it tight the first couple, and my battery's going to die. What a pain.
Oh God.
Yeah, so this is the first time I'm like proper, let's get fatty McFat fat.
But you're not fat though, that's the thing. Like, you're both really full. And I think that's like, there's a difference, obviously, isn't there, between being like fat and sloppy and full. And you're both just, I mean, those pictures that you guys took yesterday, you can see. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen so many people in off season, they're so smoothed over. You can't see anything. You guys have still got like the lines and everything. And what the hell are you doing, woman?
My phone just fell over and bumped Ruby on the head. I'm such a professional.
But that's it. I think as well, bodybuilding fat is not like normal fat, by the way. People are like, oh my God, you're not fat when you compare to like, the average athlete or the average person. Bodybuilder fat is just slightly out of shape, I guess.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Weird. But
exactly.
But so we're all sort of in, well, it'd be cool to get another session in. I won't leave 2-hour gap next time before.
We need to check out Unit 7.
Yes.
Once all the work's done.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Is it still got work going on?
Yeah, they're putting the flooring down upstairs. So most of it's not really affecting the kind of bodybuilders. It's the sort of functional fitness area that's having the most work done on it. And I'm hoping, I think they did say ages ago they were going to make a studio up there with mirrors.
Oh, sweet, posing. Perfect.
Yeah, because my gym, we don't have anywhere to pose.
That's what I was just about to say. That's one thing that like a lot of gyms are lacking. Like my gym in particular, like they don't have studio space. Like I've actually, so I'm going to London next week. When I get back, I've hired the studio space. It's a proper dance studio, so I can do my routine. So I'm trying to do it in the gym. I'll either like, you go down the floor and do some of your poses. I either smack my foot on something. My foot's gripping on the rubber, trying to do like a swirl with your foot, and I'm like going. So I'm like, I need the actual space to do it. Like it's really important. Just I think people like slack on that, don't they? Quite a lot they're posing. Yeah. But I'll just find a little spot anywhere and just do it. I mean,
that was something I was doing last night. Was just because I'm like obviously having to learn physique posing and a routine. I was trying to do some like down on the floor stuff last night. It's not as easy as it looks.
I cannot wait to see your routine, Romana.
With my level of clumsiness. Oh, for goodness sake.
Right, should we just get rid of it? Hang on, let's just get rid of it. But, I've chosen I've got 2 songs which I'll show you guys later. I can't pick between them. But like when I'm listening to them, I can like imagine doing like a cool routine to it.
Yeah. I think if you can vision yourself doing it, I think you and that bloody phone.
I know, she's driving me nuts.
Can we just clarify why I'm on my phone? Because nobody told me. I actually asked. I was like, "What software platform are we using for the podcast?" Nobody replied.
All I hear is excuses.
What? Because you didn't want me to come.
Right? That link should just take you straight to it. You don't need to actually download software. It should just take you straight to it. So ain't my fault, okay? It's not my fault.
But yeah, I think with like posing routines, I think if you can envision yourself posing to it, then I think it's sometimes like if I hear a song and I get goosebumps and I'm like, I'll put that in the posing routine kind of like bucket, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people, a bit controversial, but I think a lot of people pick songs, the same songs, you know what I mean? Like Linkin Park, Somewhere I Belong, or something like that. Especially like
that.
Guys, but obviously posing is becoming a lot better because we have posing coaches like Sammy and like John Lofthouse and stuff like that, like coming up and making posing a little bit more flowy in that. But I think some people still just pick a song, and you're like, pick a song that means something to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, pick a song that represents who you are instead of, because if you go onto a song that everyone else has used, people can be like, oh, like judges can be like,
Yeah.
same song, don't really going to watch this. Like, but if you come into a song that no one's heard and it represents you, you're going to put more effort into it, and it's going to be remembered. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's important to make sure that the song that you pick, one, excites you and you can see yourself doing a routine to it, and two, is different.
Yeah, I mean, that's I don't like sharing the songs that I choose either, because I don't want someone else to go, oh yeah, I'll use that.
Yeah.
Not saying they would, but mine are different. I don't think, like, when I did my posing routine last year, no one even knew who the artist was.
Yeah.
And it's random, but I liked it and it fit me as a person. But I've been at shows before where someone's done a routine. Well, that's a cool song, but it's like a top 10, and then someone else does it, and then someone else, and it just takes away that uniqueness, doesn't it? It just ruins
and like, you want to stand out as an athlete. Like, if you just pick the same song as fucking everyone else, it's just going to be like, oh.
I am PCA at Body Power, back in 2019. We were all backstage ready to go on for our individual routines. And the Scottish dude that does the like emceeing for PCA was like, now nobody panic. Someone's song didn't work, but we don't know whose it is. And I'm sat there like, it's going to be mine. It's going to be mine. Friggin' was. And like, those are people that know me, right? I walked out on stage to a song from the Disney film Frozen. And I had to do my routine to that.
Was it?
And I was like, sorry?
Or is it called Let It Snow or Let It Go?
No, it wasn't even that one. I don't remember. I just remember Brittany saying to me, she was like, out of all the songs they could have chosen, that one was so un-you, it was ridiculous. Like, I don't know how I got through it, but I did. It's just like, brilliant.
Would love to
and
see
like,
that.
all of my routine was kind of jigged to certain beats of the track.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh.
It would have been better to just do it to silence.
Yeah, totally. Still came third, though.
Fuck yes.
There you go.
Winner's circle.
Indeed.
Back in the day. But yeah, apparently your routine gets marked in Pro, IFBB.
Oh. Does it?
Or
Makes
it gets
sense.
marked, or that's how, or I might be wrong. It's like how you look in the routine is marked, not the routine itself, if that makes sense.
Okay, so how
I'll
your
have to have a
physique's
look at it.
presented. So how your physique's presented within your routine.
Yeah, that's it. Because before I was like, nah, it's just a routine. Like 60 seconds, I'll just go out there and do whatever.
It's up to 2 minutes for the Pro League.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I've heard, yeah.
Fuck knows what I'm going to do for 2 minutes.
So they like the amateurs 60, isn't it? And I don't feel like that's long enough, because I feel like some songs just get into it at the 60 seconds, and then you've got to chop it off. So like the one I've got now, I'm going to have to like take segments out of it and blend it together. Yeah. Because there's bits of it I like, but I don't want to start it right from the beginning, so I'm going to have to like chop it up a bit. Yeah. But yeah, I could do it for longer, to be fair, because if you think about all of the work that you've put in, I know like you get your rounds and stuff doing your mandatories and quarter turns, but I love the routine part of it, because it's like you can do whatever you want.
Close up.
Boom! You can do whatever you want, can't you? So I quite like the routines. I do like them.
Yeah, I've definitely grown to like them. When I first started, I was like, I'm not doing a routine, it's gay. And then was like, oh, I'm into it. So I just got, the more like confident I got on stage, like the more I started to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm shitting it. Shitting it. Utterly shitting.
To be fair, I had more issues when I was in figure, doing the eye walk in figure. I just felt like really uncomfortable in it. And I almost felt like I was doing bikini in some ways, because obviously they're doing eye walk right, and I was like, and the judges did say to me last year, they're like, why are you doing figure? I was like, I don't know, I thought I was meant to. They're like, no, you need to move up.
Oh, is that what they said? Was it?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll go up.
See ya.
Got the heels. I was like,
yeah. Well, I was swimming around like, bye.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like, I don't know, it just didn't feel like me. I felt really out of pace. I don't know why. I haven't felt like that before, but I felt a bit out of pace.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I took the heels off and got on there, I was like, A, I don't have cramp in my arch of my foot, and B,
Yeah. Although I get a when I do my front double bicep, I get a leg tremor. Like my calf and my foot are like this.
What fat?
Even now.
Really?
Yeah. I think
That's
it's just
great.
posing fitness, isn't it? Effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using muscles that are normally used to not having a bend
Yeah.
when I pose.
I try to do like 3 rounds of posing, and then sometimes I'll do them like one after the other to keep my fitness and conditioning for it, and then I'll do some in between sets depending on what I'm training as well.
Yeah.
And I find it does help
There we
because
go.
obviously like pumping up backstage and then doing your posing, it kind of emulates that, doesn't it? So
Yeah, I normally try and hit a few rounds between sets, unless it's legs, because it just makes my lower back pump.
Yeah.
Although with my shoulder at the moment, trying to do a lat spread is not fun.
How's your shoulder today?
Yeah, not great. It's all kind of a gnarliness around here.
Yeah.
Basically.
See, I'm sore today, mind. From our session
My back.
yesterday.
I don't know. I get a weird thing with my back. It's like I don't get DOMS. I get like just failure on everything.
Yeah,
So it's like sat here or moving, it doesn't hurt. But if I was to try and, I don't know, pick something up that mimicked a deadlift or something, I'd just be weak.
I'd just be weak.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it was a good session.
It was. We missed you, Deb.
We did.
I bet you're like, yeah, that third wheel's off.
Yeah.
I around here.
Not being held
Oh
back.
no, the third wheel was me doing blooming dumbbell rows.
Oh, yeah, I was told about your dumbbell. What was it, dumbbell rows that you were saying?
Yeah, like dead stop dumbbell rows.
What were you saying? Did I embarrass you?
I had to walk away.
Yeah.
No, I was telling her how Connor taught you that we don't. When I've done rows with Connor, it's not a staggered stance; it's a neutral stance, so hips aren't twisted. And I don't think you'd done them before.
No, it just felt so weird.
It's weird.
I had a month where I couldn't use my gym in lockdown because the police put the heat on. Rah.
Yeah.
This is last year after I'd won my pro card, so it took me about a month to get police permission again. And in that time, I decided that it was literally I'd got permission to start training at Unit 7 again, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do like a posterior chain day. Why? So I was like, I had a barbell, sorry, and I was doing like barbell rows and then some RDLs, and like, yeah, it was just too much hinging.
Yeah.
And since then, I try and avoid the hinging movements, but actually I should probably do dumbbell rows a little bit more frequently.
Yeah,
I do like a dumbbell row.
I do as well, especially those dead stop ones. They're fucking brilliant.
Yeah, to be fair, I was thinking about it on the way home. I normally, when I do them at Unit 7, I normally lean against the dumbbell rack, and it's a different height, because I had issues with the bench, and it was just embarrassing.
Hey, you gave it your best go though.
Yeah. Although it is evidence that you don't need dumbbell rows to build a back.
Exactly. That's it.
Very, very true. We'll have to do another back session or something, and I'll try and come up next time.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm going to need my ass kicking because I'm going to start flagging within the next couple of weeks, I reckon.
Yeah. We'll do legs with Con like 2 weeks out.
Oh. I'll literally be like a little wafer.
I remember.
Like, Dabs, it's time to uncurl off the floor. Just that.
You'd be like one of those lucky fish that you used to get like for like a little
Christmas crackers.
Present. Yeah, and it'd like flip up and curl on whether you're like lucky or not. And you'd be like one of those fish.
Don't mind Dabs, she's just in the fetal position between sets.
Yeah. I'll probably be so light by then. You guys can probably literally just scrape me up off the floor as well and just place me into the equipment.
Yeah, I remember I must have been like 2-3 weeks out, and Connor had me doing belt squat superset into leg extensions, or it was like the other way around. And honestly, like after this, I was just fucked. And after the belt squat, he would just carry me between exercises because I just couldn't walk. So he was just, I was like, come on, honestly. And he was like, right, just pick me up and put me on leg extension. Just pick me up from leg extension. Just put me up. And it was just this, just moving
With
back
his
and
little
forth.
finger, I imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
He was just like, right. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, bless him. Whatever it takes, right, babe?
That is cool.
Who needs legs anyway? Walking's overrated.
Yeah, innit?
I would love to have someone like that nearby to throttle me. Like, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to move closer. I need to be within.
Let's all
the
move
realm.
to Western.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get a massive WPD house.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Sick, wouldn't it?
Could be
with
very
loads
good.
of dogs.
Yes. Oh
Loads
my
of
god,
dogs.
yes. And fish. Let's just get loads of fish. Don't know why.
And every Friday we'll dress up as fish.
We have a chinchilla.
Imagine just seeing that from a window. Just like these three bodybuilders just dressing up as fish.
Fish Friday.
Like, what the fuck am I listening to right now? But I'm actually gonna have to go in a second because I got to
That's
eat
fine.
food.
Yeah, you've got some
I've got to nap.
busy ladies. I'm going to see Pat, don't come in. I'm still on the thingy. Sorry about
Be gone with you.
that. What was I going to say? Oh, I've completely got what I was going to say.
You're gonna go and see someone.
Yeah, I'm going to see Tom.
Yeah.
Thomas!
How could you? You just forget. You just forgot about going to see Tom.
Yeah, we're going to have a catch up and then, yeah, have some food and stuff. So
She's gonna give him the download. She's like, Deb came into the session. She didn't eat properly.
yeah.
She's had 2 hypos.
Romana doesn't know how to dumbbell row to save her life.
Yeah, I'll just
Like,
It's an
you know what?
embarrassment.
Just fire the both of them. Just get rid of them.
Yeah. Oh, and I couldn't do a dumbbell pullover, could I either?
No, but you
I
did
love
the banded pullover, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, you didn't get on with it.
It's
No,
a shame
it was
you're
just
not
my shoulder. The movement itself is a good movement, but I should have probably told him that it was still hurting. But
Eh.
nah, what doesn't kill you, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Sleeping's not fun, but it's fine.
Ugh.
It'll be right. Yeah.
All right then.
Sarah, Sarah or Romana, whoever who wants to do the I don't know how you want to sign it off, but I'll
Bye.
Bye. But no, but I mean, do you want to like talk about next episode?
Yeah. So we were meant to have the legendary Rachel Daniels on today, but unfortunately her tough reps like Deb's, kept her busy. So we're going to have to jig around our timetable somewhat. I'm just going to pretend like you two aren't being dickheads. So Sarah's going to tap up Tom tonight and see his availability, and we will get Rachel on. We just need to wait for her to get back to us for when we can do the podcast with her. We've got a couple of other exciting WPD women coming on in the next few weeks as well. So yeah, lots of excitement planned. But I think
cool stuff planned as well.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Just pinging some ideas, just getting loads of content sorted, and bouncing some ideas from Fireball Labs, and then that kind of thing. So we've got some really cool things in the pipeline. So yes, keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah. And as always, obviously, people like the Instagram. We're gonna have the YouTube up and running soon as well. And then obviously once we get all of these distributed, they'll be on different platforms for people.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
all of the platforms.
All of the platforms.
Yeah.
Like and support. And then as well, if anyone wants to like guests that they think that we should have on that we like, you know, that you think would benefit us, just obviously pop us a message and stuff.
Just glad into our DMs.
Yeah,
Glad
for
in.
sure. And if you want to hear about anything or have any questions, then you know we're as open as we can be, as open as we want to be. So just ask us questions or whatever. That's what we're here for, is to give exposure to women's physique. And a lot of people don't understand the category. So if you have any questions, then just ask, because we're going to have to answer them. So
Yes, indeed.
With some weird images and stuff, we might even dress up as fish.
yeah.
Oh, we should so do that one episode. Fish Friday.
Yeah, everyone just have like little like fish faces on.
Scales.
I was thinking full on fish costume here.
Yeah.
Like with my head in a trout's mouth.
And then we can just be fake. Yeah. So I want to just be a chip, and then we can be fish. So 2 fishes and 1 chip or something.
I'll probably be the chip point on.
Yeah, you're the tallest.
No,
aren't you?
one of us is a fish, one of us is a chip, and one of us is mushy peas.
Yeah. You can be the mushy peas. Yes, we're on the same wavelength.
Whatever.
Right, anyway, guys, we'll sign it off there, and we'll catch up with you guys in the next episode.
Catch you soon.
Catch you later.
Maybe I'm a different breed. Maybe I'm not listening. So play